passer rating. He led the NFL in yards per attempt. He led the NFL in completion percentage, and he is our live guest here, live on NFL Plus, Tua Tagovailoa. Good to see you. Scott Hansen in Los Angeles. How are you, Tua?
Doing good. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you taking some time after the workout here. How was the Sunday practice? How'd it go? Well, besides the home run shot, that you punctured a cloud with that shot right there, and Tyreek was able to track it down. Had to feel good?
Yeah, I think for the most part it went pretty good. We don't have all the guys that we wish could be out there that the fans could see, but for the most part it's very exciting. We enjoyed it. The fans enjoyed it. Hearing those accolades, that I'm still kind of trying to process all the things you said in the beginning of this.
It's all the things you did to us last year.
That was a little much. That was a little much introducing me onto this, but I appreciate it.
I'll make you blush. The heat's already making you hot in the face there, so I'll make you blush. It's no big deal. Well, look at your season was a tale of two seasons. When you were out there, it was you had a scalpel out there and you were going to town. But obviously there was a lot of attention about the times that you couldn't be out there. We know you're 100% right now. I would just like to ask you, well, what is your confidence level that you'll be able to stay healthy as much as you can control it here in 2023?
Yeah, as you said, as much as I can control it, I believe my confidence level is 100%. I think I've done all that I could this offseason to prepare, to train for things that could happen, could come up during the season. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. As much as you prepare, there's freak accidents that could still happen and things like that. So I would tell you, I feel 100%, feel very confident in knowing that my preparation this offseason is going to help me going into this season as far as injuries are concerned.
Okay, and I just want to follow up on this. I know you are a team guy. You're not a me guy, but fans around the NFL want to know specifically what you did in the offseason, and we've heard either jiu-jitsu or judo and something about transferring energy to the ground. Can you give us 30 seconds, 60 seconds on what you did to try and avoid those head impacts?
Yeah, I did some jiu-jitsu this offseason. We did it throughout training camp, and then I did a couple of the classes as far as falling this summer. And so what it entails is basically teaching you how to fall. There's correct ways to fall, just like how there's correct ways to throw a ball, just like there's correct ways to do anything, that you're trying to learn. So that's basically what it was. And outside of that, learning your body position, understanding your body more, sort of getting more flexible. You got to stretch a lot. Did some yoga as well this off season. So I would say outside of, all of that, just been really, really preparing my body for whatever the season is going to entail for us to stay healthy.
Well, I know I speak for a lot of NFL observers and fans in saying that we hope that I never have to ask you or you never have to answer any other questions about that, and that we get that number one highest rated passer in the NFL, Tua, for 17 games plus playoffs should that come up. All right, Tua, let's move on to your targets here. You got a taste last year, and the NFL bared witness to what it's like to drop back to pass and to have Tyreek Hill running up one sideline and have Jalen Waddle running up another sideline and all the other speed on this offense. How dangerous could you guys be here in year two with all of the weapons and coaching staff that you now have?
I think we can be really dangerous. I say that because this is the second time or the second year we're here as an offense together, not learning a different playbook, understanding where these guys are going to be, them understanding where they need to be. Also the communication level, it's taken to another level because the comfortability of us knowing the offense. And so I would say it's those guys getting each other open and those guys getting everyone else open. And then also with the run game and the pass game, marrying up with each other.
I know it's a cerebral game and you have to lock in and be focused, but is it fun sometimes to have a play called in the huddle and just know that one of these two 98s, 99 speeds in Madden guys is just going to roast the other guy on the other sideline or on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it gets really exciting. It gets really exciting not knowing who's going to get the ball in whatever coverage we're given on that specific play. But I think what's also really, really exciting is outside of those guys, if you check it down to one of our backs, it could also be an explosive. If you check it down to one of the tight ends, it could also be an explosive in that sense too, just because of the worry of the deep ball with those two going out for pass. And yeah, they open everyone up, but it definitely is exciting when you get a play and you know that play is going to go for a big one.
We started off the interview, and you mentioned that not everyone that Dolphins fans would like to see out there is out there. I'm maybe gathering that that's an allusion to Jalen Ramsey and the unfortunate injury that he just suffered, and which required surgery. Is going to keep him out for an extended period of time. He hasn't been there for very long, but it sounds like he had an impactful message to the team post-injury. Can you share a little bit with us on that? I don't violate any confidences, but this has sort of come out in public that he addressed the team, and tell us what that was like and what it means to the guys.
Yeah, he did address the team, and you're exactly right. That's exactly who I was referring to in my first statement. But as he addressed the team, he spoke on him wanting to address the team and not the team finding out from any other source or anyone else. And as he did that, he poured his heart out, said what he wanted to say, the expectation that he had as he came into the team, and then the expectation he has for the team now that he's been able to practice with the team. But to hear him speak in front of the guys, you can tell what kind of leader he is, the kind of person that he is. And it's a bummer that we're not going to have him for, a good amount of games, but our prayers are out for him. He understands that we're all thinking of him. We're praying for him, and he knows what he has to do to get back out there on the field as well.
Tua Tagovailoa, I appreciate you so much, man. And look, I say go have a great season, except if you go out and have a great season, I'm going to have to interview you at this point 365 days from now saying maybe, number one in passer rating, number one in touchdowns, number one in completions percentage, and maybe Super Bowl champion Tua Tagovailoa someday. I know that's the goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal for all of those.
Tua, have a great, safe camp,
Thank
man.
you.
Can't wait to see you week 1 in September. Thanks, bud.
Yep. Appreciate it, boss. Thanks.
Here he is, the leader.